Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man star in the nerd lifestyle. I am the man with the plan, Maurice.
And I'm Mr. Go with the Flow, Nicholas.
And welcome to another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Hey.
So that's always different.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while since you played host on that one.
Oh, yeah. So, bro, how are you?
Good. All right, so are we stepping into Vibe Guys now?
Yes, we are. Let's do it.
All right, kicking it off. All right, all good. Let's step back into our weekend and start off from there. This weekend, Friday was the Adventures. Shout outs to Black Ramen Podcast, Shonen Pump, VOE Podcast, and the whole crew out there. Good time, Kevin. Everybody, good time. It was the second edition of the anime karaoke slash party event and stuff like that. Me, you, and Katie was out there, and we was enjoying a good time. We was chilling. We was being extremely hype black people in the back, well, in the front, but just enjoying all times around. It's always a good time linking up. It's a wonderful event that they plan out for all of us. So it's a good time starting from there. How was your thoughts and experiences out there?
I loved it. We had a good time.
It was such a vibe.
The vibes was good. The music was hitting.
The food was hitting too.
Yeah.
Them chopped cheese fries was up.
Yeah, the chopped cheese fries was lit. The Falcon punches and the spirit bars was everything.
Yep. It's a really nice place.
It is. Yeah, so it's out in Williamsburg for anybody that's wondering.
Facts.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. So cool spot.
Yep, and it's set up great for the extended weekend and stuff like that. Because when we was leaving out, there's mad people out in the streets and shit like that doing extravagant things.
Yeah, I've become a fan of that area within the last year. So
yeah, I believe that. Every time when we pop out and when we leave, you always like, nah, man. Story about there, especially the artichoke pizza.
Listen, I didn't even know they had a sign until we went over there.
That is funny.
Because I'm never over there in the daytime, so it's like,
yeah, he like, wait, what is this? It's like, what bright lights is this? What? Y'all got a sign?
There's a sign? Oh, shit.
Signage? Shit. All right, but beside that, how else was your weekend? Because that was our merging Blerd time, and now we branched off. So how was the rest of your weekend?
So it was good. Saturday, I went to hang out with a friend. We went to Applebee's in Fordham. That's the first time I've actually been to Fordham.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
shit. You was all the way out around the Bronx area.
Yeah, so that was nice. We chilled out on Friday. On Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I went to Legends to go watch Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Saw the homies, saw Janelle, saw Wilkins, saw Sean, saw the whole
family.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good vibes. It was great vibes.
Good vibes.
And then for the rest of the week, I really ain't do nothing because I was tired.
Yeah. That sounds about right. My weekend was what was it? Saturday was basically, I don't know what the heck was going on in my system, but like over the weekend I was playing like catch up with Kenya somehow. Like my body was staying up all the way till like 6 a.m. for like 3 days in a row, which rarely ever happens to me. So I don't know how the hell I was bouncing back. But in the mornings I was taking heavy nap time, so I was deviated from a long time. So every time my day started pretty much in the afternoon. But Saturday, me and Kenya hit up a restaurant that we've been wanting to go to around here for like a long while, and we finally went out there. It's one of them open restaurants. It was one of them open like Jamaican restaurants that like it was blazing on Saturday, so it was like half cool and half hot in there, but the food was pretty good. So that one we got to check off the list. And then for Sunday we was bouncing back into it, so we went out to the city to catch the starting of the fireworks and stuff like that. And then we was out on a little bit of food adventures, going here and there, enjoying some of that good stuff. And then pretty much for the rest of the week I was just either catching up on sleep or just bouncing back from the usual, since Monday was off, so everything else is kind of like playing catch up. I was putting out like this whole week, since there's been a couple of coworkers on vacation and my old supervisors on vacation and stuff like that. There's a couple of fires that was going down that I had to put out like instantly. Like every time I came in, it was like something different. But at the end of the day, I had to fix it before like I had to go back because I still have the person training with me until like the end of the month. So it was it's just every time I step in, I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure I'm good with this, or I'm pretty sure this is finished. And then like a whole new fire burst out from somewhere, and I'm like, all right. And then I took care of it like before lunchtime or like during lunchtime or some shit like that.
Oh, okay, that's so. I was about to be like, oh shit, grandma came back. Oh shit.
Nah. There ain't no grandma situation, but they did say since everybody was absent, like be on the call just in case because they were like, yo, if shit get busy, they could call me back into the booth. And honestly, they'd have to show me some of the new stuff that's in the booth since they put up the new machinery and stuff like that. I don't know what they pushed to activate the new TV to call people and shit like that. So they gonna have to show me a couple things.
Yeah, show you the newfangled technology.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I got deaded the moment y'all fix that up, so y'all gonna have to tell me something.
Ooh, man. So, for the week, for me, it's been good because I ain't been nowhere near work.
Good, bless.
I just been chilling. I ain't looking forward to tomorrow, but I've been chilling.
Well, I mean, as long as tomorrow's a half day still, right?
Yes, it is, and that's why I didn't take off. It makes no sense to use one of my PTOs on a half day.
Agreed. So there you go. We just survived the short time that you got, and it's back to freedom. Go in there with the shortest amount of time possible, and then come out and act like you had another day off.
They get 2%.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the 2% that's needed on that Friday. So yeah.
Yeah, man. But like I said, the week has been good. So basically, I've just been taking my driving lessons. My road test is at the end of the month.
Oh shit! Already? All right. Big ups. Let's all send him that Blerd energy, y'all.
Yes. So I've just been taking my lessons and doing all that,
practicing and stuff. Yep, heard that.
While I was off this week, and just doing some cleanup around the house that I finally got a chance to do because usually I'm busy.
Free time and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I noticed. Look at how quick we posted out that was the quickest retention time that I said that we got to drop 2 episodes in that setup.
Oh yeah, because when I had a little time to do something, I was able to get some stuff done.
Oh, big time. I see that shit fly, and then that's how Mom had to catch up on them 2 episodes and stuff like that. She just finished the second one while I was napping and stuff like that, so she all caught up as well.
Alright, shout out to Mom.
Yup, big respect.
So what about you? How's your week been? How's the work week?
Oh yeah, just besides putting out them fires, it's just pretty much smooth sailing, the regular stuff. I'm back to gym when I can, picking up shit when I can. It's just regular stuff, and I was catching up on all the end of pretty much spring season shows. So right before summer stuff gets outrageous and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of the setup time and stuff like that. And we'll talk more in the nerdy news about a couple of informations and shit that's been going down that I've been seeing around here and there.
All right, man. All right, so it sounds like work weeks and the week in general has been. Looking forward to anything this weekend?
This weekend, Saturday is supposed to be a brunch situation going down.
Oh shit!
And then I don't know about Sunday. I gotta see about Sunday. There's supposed to be like an annual Jamaican picnic thing going down in one of the parks or something like that. But I'll find out if me and Kenyon can get on that stuff as well. But other than that, so far it's another chill weekend looking on ahead, and I see how a nigga be after brunch.
Them brunches will get you.
Oh shit, who you telling?
Man, listen.
Yeah, right. What about you?
More driving. I don't know what else I'm doing for this weekend. I know Saturday I'll be out doing that. Sunday, I don't know yet.
Hey man, that's how it all starts out for you. But just like the same thing last week or a week before, you be digging for stuff and shit just pop out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, aren't you supposed to be having a food adventure tomorrow?
Oh yes, actually, you're right.
I talked to Sophie. She was like,
y'all
out on food adventure tomorrow.
Yeah, yes we are. We are going to someplace C&D in Queens.
Hey, all right. Yeah. So there you go. Get in y'all adventures and let me know what's up. Yeah. Let me know some spots. If y'all out there first, then y'all need to let me know what's going.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna let you know what's up with that. That's right. Yes.
So big shout outs to that.
Yes. Oh, that's right, because it's Friday. Oh, man.
I know, yeah.
Yo, this week, then just, I've been chilling, but this week just been going.
All facts, because today was my dental appointment. I went back to dental for the cleaning, for cleaning only. Like, the energy was big that way, because like I walked in there. So if anybody had followed my dental story from before, I went back to the same spot for the cleaning because I paid for the 2 for the year, and I came back for the second one, and the energy was completely the same. Because I walked in there and they was asking if I needed to take x-rays. I said nothing friggin' done changed. I didn't take out the 2 extra wisdom teeth or any of that bullshit yet. And then they just shifted on to that. My dentist, who like you could tell the energy, like I was, until it was so funny because he talked to me and he was like, "You got any hobbies?" I was like, "Yo, I got a podcast. That's about it." And then that's it. Like anytime I said anything is if he asked me something real quick. And then after that, it got to the cleaning work. Shit was done in about under 30 minutes, and I was out of there. No extra money, no nothing. I kept it straight and narrow, and I walked straight out.
Sound like that IHOP energy.
Oh, big time, because I haven't slept in my IHOP since. That shit gave me such a bad runs. I don't even want to Uber that shit right now. My mood just has to shift. That's the only way you're gonna get me back into that shit, because that shit's just it's been a Yancey situation, just back and forth with all the bullshit. Yep.
Whew. All right, so I guess we are going to take it now for our next segment. Off the cuff.
Yeah. All right. So hit me with what you got in mind, man? What's on the table?
All right. So my first question is here: how do you deal with not being heard? And this can be in any aspect. This can be in work. This can be in love life. This can be in family time.
Well, if we talk in honesty on how I deal with not being heard, how do I deal with not being heard just in general?
It's a little question, I know.
I know, yeah. For me, when it comes to just not being heard, I take it in weird strides, because I mean, for the longest time, when it comes to things in general, I've been always known as like the quiet kid and stuff like that in most situations. So I have constant moments when I feel like I'm not being heard, whether it's like in story wise or trying to get stuff out or X, Y, and Z, and I take it in a very like passive tone. Most times I'm trying to get better in like working with that and stuff like that, but honestly I take it in a very passive tone, and just like trying to either like pick my opportunities when I can speak, or trying to get ways around trying to like speak out, or trying to let myself be heard, or try like multiple ways even though it doesn't like work out to my agenda, stuff like that. Or just being heard is when I get the opportunity to really get that one-on-one like moment, whether it's like in relationships, to actually talk it out and let it be known that I wasn't heard about this situation or stuff like that. But when it comes to in general, like if I'm at work and I feel like I'm not being heard, my mood shifts to like oh, I'm thinking too much about this, and I'm only getting paid the amount of money I'm getting paid in, so I'm not getting paid as much to think about this shit. So that's when my bullshit meter goes off. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in there big chilling then.
So for me, and I've been the same way, but I guess as I've gotten older, I've given less of a fuck. So
heard that.
If I'm not being heard, you will know.
Oh yeah.
If I'm at work, you will definitely know, because you'll see it in my mood. You'll see it. Well, I'll just directly tell you like, yo, what's going on? This is what I said, and this is what I heard, and this is what we doing, and it's just not what we doing. You tell me, because this is what I've been feeling. This is what it feels like. What's up? So put me on in terms of relationships and stuff like that. Yeah, as I've gotten older, I've learned to communicate more. So you'll hear from me. I won't be as quiet. I was like, yo, if something's bothering me, you're gonna know about it.
Oh, facts.
If I feel a certain type of way, you're gonna know about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's best to have that. It's like when you don't feel heard in like a group general sense, you're gonna definitely have that one-on-one conversation that'll lead to a situation.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna take it how you take it. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And then the work situation for me, I mean, that's why I always, when I have my lunchtime or my clock out time, everybody laughs because I have an alarm set to all of my times that I take sacred at job. Like, people could be in situations of shit that happens. Like, today, there was a situation with somebody with billing, and I walked them over to my supervisor so they could get all the information. Once my alarm hits, that shit is on you. I am out the door. I am getting my lunch. I am clocking out. There is no me staying later than need be. That's why once my alarm hit, everybody knows it's time for Nick to go. Cause I don't give a fuck. I'm out. But the situation is done, bro. I'm clocking out. Like, what? I'm not sitting here to deal with about 30 other situations. Even if it's something that needs my help or something, y'all go see me either tomorrow or later. Y'all not using more of my time. Y'all not paying me for this.
Exactly. Deuces.
Yeah, shit. They know. Hell, Keisha, every time my supervisor needed me for anything longer than a few minutes after my clock out time, she was like, nah, this nigga got to go. This nigga got to go. They don't know behind any situation of why I need to go or what I need to go or anything else. They just know, oh, it's that time. They got to go. From the security, everybody knows it's that time because I'm flying out the door. Like, it's like my clock out time is this set. What am I staying here longer for?
Exactly. That's it. I do my time. I get in and get out.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, whew, I'm telling you, that's it.
I know, yo, right?
That is it.
Shit.
Like, shoot me being salaried. I don't even get OT anymore, so you definitely not holding me.
See, exactly. What?
Out of here. Nah, I'm out. Click. Shit. Click. Nah, don't tell me nothing. Over here. I don't want to hear it.
They get you for a certain time of day, and they not about to drain or waste your fucking life. Like, bro, do enough for work, bro. Give us our money and chill out. I mean, have you heard about unemployment and shit is still acting shifty and stuff like that. People are hopping around jobs, making sure they're getting the best of their paycheck. Like, nobody's being quote unquote need to be loyal because, I mean, if anything had taught us, like, no reason to be loyal anywhere.
It's not. We're in a situation where it's like, if I be broke, I'll be broke and happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the way that people are taking that now, it's like, my happiness is gonna come first.
It should. It's about time that we be the generation to push that, because there's even a lot of talk I heard on other podcasts that be like, happiness is overrated, and I'm like, nah, we not playing that game no more. That's what y'all did in y'all generation. Y'all go play that until y'all depressed into the ground, and fuck that.
And I'll take it a step further. It's not even that. It's because at this point we really see that nothing is guaranteed.
Exactly. 2020 should have been the biggest wake up call for the entire world.
So it's like, now I'm gonna do what's best for me.
Yeah.
Because the job ain't guaranteed, so I'm going to look for something that at least I'll be happy in.
Exactly.
Now, there's levels to that, too, but it be something like, okay, what I'm not going to do is get up and be miserable by going to these jobs, because the job ain't guaranteed. So that's what we not going to do no more.
Yeah. You got to balance and work where you can, man.
And some of them jobs is there people are going back to, because it's like, why?
Exactly.
At this point, it's like, why?
They've known over time of maybe the break that they've had or whatever's going on has like shifted their whole mindset and their ideal for positively, honestly, the better.
Yeah, like everybody was like, okay, this is what it is now.
Yeah.
And so now I'm gonna move like this.
Exactly.
And that's just where we are here in 2022.
Facts.
With the monkeypox.
Oh God. More situations and whatever. We have like a sign up at the health center explaining that whole shit. Like if you ever go to like a health center and they got the boards up explaining shit that goes on and like graphic photos of what the hell happens to people in the dire situation. It should be the nastiest stuff, especially when you're walking to the front door. You're like, damn, son.
I'm like, I want to see that.
Exactly. You don't want to see somebody's like blotched up skin like this early in the fucking morning.
I'm like, this is not it. This is not the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but yeah. On that note, it's time to head into our little subsections.
All right, so we're going into nerdy reboot news and all kinds of nerd news in general. So right off the docket, I'm gonna start again with the number one. I'm gonna keep asking every time until you actually end up watching it. But have you watched once again the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie yet?
Damn, I knew I forgot something.
Mm-hmm. All that time off.
I knew I was gonna get something.
All that time off and you still ain't covered the movie. I'm gonna ask it every week until I hear something for the mini review.
And speaking of weeks, last night was killing me because I got happy in this weird dream. I kept getting kidnapped.
By what?
By someone, and I have no idea why.
Does that have anything to do with our review coming up later?
No, it doesn't. It was just really weird.
Was you snatched up by Shredder?
Listen, all I know is last night I over here waking up like again.
Oh nah! Don't tell me you had a Sasuke retrieval arc. You got snatched up, put into one of them damn caskets, and the crew got to come together to go pick your ass up.
Listen, I don't know what was going on, but I had several of them, and I'm like, one time I was at work.
At work? Oh nah.
I'm like, what is going on?
You gotta tell the Foot Clan to chill, bro.
I'm like,
pull up on your ass.
I'm like, why you coming for me? I'm poor. You ain't gonna get that from me.
Nah, man. The rich be wildin'. I don't know. Maybe the rich be wildin'.
And I'm just trying to figure out, like at 4 in the morning, like what is going on?
All I know is if anybody at your door, if anybody pull up to you at work or anything like that, just be in like high alert.
So today I was extra alert. I'm looking at everybody everywhere.
Got the Kill Bill sirens going off in the back of your head, looking around the room like.
Because I had my drama lesson this morning. I got my other instructor. I'm like, I'm watching you, instructor.
Facts.
You pull no shit. I'm like, I got the wheel. I will kick you out there.
Facts.
Come on, you not gonna do nothing.
Pull off the mean donut twist and shit like that and send that nigga flying. Woo!
So it was just like I was on high alert when I got this morning.
What the fuck? I don't know what that's about, but
the most randomest shit ever.
In different situations, that sounds like something out of Jackie Chan Adventures. Like the Shadow Clan just on your ass every minute.
I'm telling you, I don't know. You know what it was? I think it was Stranger Things because I did start watching that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what triggered it.
Yeah. That sound about right.
So I was like, where's this coming?
Yo, y'all ass getting pulled to the upside down. I heard you.
Yeah, I was like, where's this coming from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the time period and the energy of the show and all that shit dragging you. Yep. Sounds like new show getting straight into the brain.
I guess so, man. Because I tell you, it's just weird and random, and I'm like, the fuck.
Heard that. So once again, I'm so definitely I'm gonna come back with that at another time with the Chippendale Rescue Rangers mini review.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. Next thing on the docket, and we talked about this earlier, but I wanted to bring this up again. This fucking Thor Miles comic. Every time I see any like pieces of imagery or anything with the dialogue, every time it's like it's in the same book every time, and I keep looking around, I keep looking at the dialogue, and it irks me. It constantly fucking irks me. What the hell was that?
Is this another Alpha 6 scenario?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's a weird culture vulture thing. Even though it's on like a black youth and stuff like that and all this information, Alpha 6 ain't no black youth inside of its robot friggin' frisbee ass bullshit. But yes, this definitely is a situation of a vulture like talking of the Av and all this other bullshit, and it just feels wrong. It feels as worked as anything in the WWE. Like, bro, it's a mess. It's a goddamn mess. Whatever the hell's going on, it's a mess, and it just reeks of a mistake from this Jewish Mexican author and stuff like that. Who says he's part of the culture and all this other shit. Like he wrote this entirely wrong.
Yeah, I saw it and I did not like it.
Yeah, and shout outs to people of everybody just reading it out and calling it out for what it is, and the guy having to apologize and stuff like that. He got friends in the industry that come back him up and stuff like that, but even they see he in the total wrong in this. Like, just check his shit out just in general. It's part of the What If Miles comic series, I think, that they've been doing, that has Miles do like X, Y, and Z. Like, what if Miles was Wolverine, and what if Miles was Captain America? This one was what if Miles was Thor, and it just went completely in a fucking wrong direction, man. And then I don't even know how how it passed the editing room of Marvel Comics before that shit went out. I'm pretty sure they got to have black people on their team that said, "You sure about this?"
Right? I'm like, how did it slip through? How did it slip through? This one heavy slipped through, and then I just like, if this is definitely a one and done situation. Like, they just go look at this as the black eye on all of this Miles stuff. That's just a fucking mess. For real, it's just like, this is not the wave. This is not it.
Nope.
I'm like, why y'all doing this?
Especially on one of the prime time big characters Marvel's been pushing since like the new generation and stuff like that. Miles is one of their best characters, and it's just been a mess. I've heard this comic has been getting more and more issues since I think the creators and the original writers have kind of like fallen off the project or something's happened to them.
Wow.
So where they've shifted. So since then they've been having a bit of issues writing for Miles in general, and now this come out, and this one lives in kind of the infamy of the situation. Now people know it for the wrong, and now people know it for the wrong situations. That's what sucks for them.
Yeah, that's not good. That is not good at all.
Yeah, so
it's like, shoot.
Yeah, so just taking a bit on that, because that's been irritating me for a couple weeks now, and every time I wanted to talk about it, like it empties out of my mind, and then I saw like a recent thing on the book again, and I was like, okay, now I got to talk about it because it's just irking me again. It's like every time it pops up, it's something that gives my eye a twitch, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I really have a problem with this.
It's like, wow. It's like, why are you doing this?
Facts. All right, and next on the docket we have the sad and big news that happened today. So we got the death of the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kazuki Takahashi. Yo, man, I'm telling you, the way how everything is just, it's sad, man. We having so many deaths via like ocean situations and swimming situations and stuff like that. That's getting real terrible. It's like he was out and they found this body out in the sea and with snorkeling gear on. So he just went out for, I guess, a swim, and then ocean do what ocean do with people that's just unprepared, and it took him out, and he was only 60.
That's scary.
I know. That's why, man. This we worry about the water and the ocean and everything, and swimming and shit like that. Like I'm still thankful that one time I went, me and Dorinda went out kayaking, and my ass couldn't swim, so we were sharing a kayak boat and stuff like that, and I had to lie through two people that asked me if I swam, and we was out there out in the water, like the New York City water and shit like that, kayaking and shit like that.
Oh, what was this?
Oh, this was a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and Dorinda was out kayaking, and I was fretting for my life because I knew if I fell, it was game over for me.
Oh, that's crazy.
And there was no helping. Like, it was they do free kayak things in the city where they give you like the life vest and shit like that. But like, real talk, if you slip off, that's A1. Nobody coming for your ass because they ask you if you can swim.
I had to lie through that recently. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out when that was, and I wouldn't do that myself. So we had to get swimming lessons.
Oh no, yeah. Every time I go out, like Kenny trying to make us all go out for kayaking again, and she always she tried to set a nigga up because she was like, "Yo, let's all do our own individual boats." I'm like, no.
Tell the captain I'm down.
Shit, yeah. If you down and you doing that, I'm still with somebody on somebody's boat. Like, I ain't playing that shit. I had to lie through two people to already get over there, and then if I fall over, the boat falling over, and someone else with me too, because nobody else going out there to swim for your ass. So
it's so funny because I haven't gone swimming in so long.
Yep.
It's like bike riding. Like, I do it and it'll come back to me, but it's just I haven't done it in so long. It's like,
yeah, it's one of those situations. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what's some of your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh memories?
Ooh, man, the original show was one.
Yep.
I dabbled back and forth in the cards here and there, but it was definitely the shows for me.
Oh, facts, big time. And me, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh head through and through. Back in the day when Pokemon was getting big and Red and Blue dropped all around, I had those games and I definitely had Yu-Gi-Oh. I badgered my mother like here and then for the bags of cards, whether they be fake or real. I had them all over the house, all in the closets and everything, and just putting decks together with Elijah, and just so many good times with Yu-Gi-Oh that was so important, whether it be the video games, whether it be the TV show, whether it be making up your own rules, whether it be the fake cards at the nail shop, or just bad shit, just finding cards all around, looking around for Egyptian gods later in life, getting reacclimated, passing it down to my nephew and stuff like that before I went off to college. It's just like there's so much intangible when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh Connection, Yu-Gi-Oh GX, 5Ds, everything that's been going down. Even once in a blue moon, just looking around and looking back at Yu-Gi-Oh Look at all of us when Master Duel came out, and us trying to figure out shit of the new generation was the funniest time. And just keep it with it. It's like you always had that one eye. Like even at comic conventions, they'd always had that card section where people are playing Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon cards or whatever is going down over there. It's always a presence there. I remember going to Toys R Us and they had Yu-Gi-Oh trading card tournaments and stuff like that. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh has been a constant when it came to like early on into anime culture and just so much stuff that's had like its handprints on stuff. Like I have one of the Wazakia artist stuff that I have. I have the three shifting of the Egyptian gods between Slifer, Obelisk, and Ra from Yugi, Kaiba, and Merrick, all the same. It's like these are important setups, and Yu-Gi-Oh was a ground standing in that shit. Even the Untold Rule, the season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh before they was playing the card games, and when the Pharaoh was wilding with all them extra games that they play over the life and death situation, like all of that shit. Yu-Gi-Oh is a strong prominence into my memory for sure. That person will be sorely missed and all that shit. And it's like life comes and goes so fast.
Yeah, definitely. I still find cards around here.
Oh yeah, I know my cards are somewhere around here as well. I never know a situation that just pull it out, and then same thing with Master Duels. It's still on my Switch for whenever I feel like hopping back in.
Yeah, we will forever be on Bandit Keith time.
Oh, facts. That is a running joke. What a perfect representation of America into that damn situation. Nigga said, fuck these card games. I got a gun.
He like,
shit, I got my American card game right here.
Like you got me effed up.
Shit, you looked at my hand with that damn Millennium Eye and you gonna cheat on me? Bitch, I got this Thule.
Right, I show you hard the cards, alright?
Yep. So big respect to Mr. Takahashi and
big respect.
And out there, man. We losing. Yo, this is the time of the generation where we randomly could lose like legends out of nowhere. Like I could expect at the next Anime NYC or something like that, they're gonna be a big mural just like they had of Miura after what happened, last year and stuff like that. So big shout outs and respect for that. Next news is some dire situation that's happening with the Dragon Ball superhero when it comes to this damn movie. This movie has hit so many issues, and I'm gonna start it all the way at the beginning. Y'all niggas chose that bum ass animation, and since then it has been a docket of poison that has hit this movie constantly. So not only is this one of the worst movies doing like money wise and stuff like that, when it comes like this has been the worst movie that they've put out since I think Battle of Gods, when they returned back to theaters with Dragon Ball. I think that was like the last Dragon Ball Z movie before we stepped into the Super era, when Dragon Ball had just returned after all these years. Like returning with that movie, like this has been doing bad in the theaters for a multitude of reasons. From the hacking situation that happened that pushed the movie back, it's the leaks that came out, it's Toriyama himself on his own Instagram fucking spoiling the movie because they're trying everything they can to make sure people go in to go see this movie, and it's doing all right by movie standards out there in Japan, and I'm interested to see how it goes when it comes back into the States, because States give more respect to Dragon Ball overall. But it's like this movie's just, it leaked online about like 3 different times. Like people could already go see the movie online and stuff like that if A Pirate's Life for Me, like you could go out and see the movie early and stuff like that, and they've been taking legal actions against that. Like the studio's been taking legal action because they losing money. Like everybody's losing money off this situation, and the worst part about it is like everything that can go wrong with them telling the story. I remember years ago when people was really fed up with Goku and Vegeta being the true highlight of the movie. All people asked for was for a movie about Piccolo and Gohan being the center stars. They don't care like what's the story behind it, but Piccolo and Gohan being more the center stars on a movie just out of nowhere. And they finally did that with this movie. But everything, it's like, yo, I feel like it's the Cell Saga all over again. It's everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So they decided to not make Goku and Vegeta the main focus ideally for this movie, and it's not doing well. They changed up the animation. They have all this leak situation and shit like that happen. And with the story mode and the story that they're doing in the anime just in general, it feels like it calls back to the Cell Saga when everybody saw Gohan have his highlight and everybody keeps talking about it, and when Gohan was supposed to be the true new hero of Dragon Ball Z going forward, the fandom did wrong. They was pushing for why Goku wasn't the head of the center, and that's how the Buu Saga happened, and that's why Goku took reins and Gohan never had his shine again. Cut to right now to Gohan having his shine again, and this is looking like the worst movie ever. This is ample reason why we're gonna constantly have Goku and Vegeta being center stage and being like amazing probably going forward. He probably, whatever happened in this movie is probably like movie exclusive, and this nigga going right back down. He and Piccolo probably not even remember their new powers or something.
Definitely, man, because that's where it seems like it's going. Like, here we go again.
It's yo, I can't. It's so funny how history repeats itself. Like they did all this stuff, and it's like they did all this stuff for absolute protection. They were like, all right, so we're gonna send Goku and Vegeta in the background to show Gohan and Piccolo. Well, we gonna change this animation style. All hell's gonna break loose on this shit. It's not gonna do as well in the theaters. All this money going backlash, and then that's how you give creators and authors ample right to be like, okay, but I tried and it failed. He's like, I mean, this is the second time I tried this, and you guys obviously have told me with your sales and everything that you've done under this that you don't want this, and they did ample everything to prove that, hey, money wise, Gohan's not a seller, and that's why I've kept him in the mud for how long. Y'all screaming give Gohan respect, we do that, and y'all ain't bringing the banks. So if it doesn't do good in the States, that's it. Gohan is excommunicated. Like, I don't want to hear a Gohan argument ever again.
He's clipped if this don't go well.
Oh, facts, he's big clipped. I'm more happy that I hear Piccolo in the conversation is one of the strongest motherfuckers walking now, apparently. So, and this is all spoilers from like Toriyama sense, so that's even annoying. But like, to hear Piccolo is one of the strongest one walking again is a real beautiful highlight, because I don't know the last time they ain't give that much of a fuck about Saiyans for another race to actually rise up or some shit like that, which is like, I mean, that's well needed, because we dragged on about these two niggas for like forever, and then you're not bringing in the money. So then that I mean, dollars, you know, is your argument sense. So if it's not gonna come through and good in the States, then I mean, this shit's bugged. This shit's completely bugged. And a lot of people have said they're not interested in this movie because of the animation. Hell, I've been back and forth, and I've told you since the trailer dropped, I'm like, this shit is still iffy to me.
Yep, you sure have.
Like, I don't like this. Like I said, everything that could go wrong about this movie has shown itself. I ain't hear nothing really positive about it other than, hey, it's in theaters and it's doing all right. And for Dragon Ball, they don't want to be all right. They can't be producing all this shit for all right. The reason we haven't gotten animes and stuff like that is because these movies have been popping. So, I mean, someone got to wake up.
Someone.
Yep.
Has to wake up. It's like,
yep.
Say hashtag save Gohan.
No, fuck all them hashtags. Y'all better hashtag and take your ass to the theater and pay that money so Gohan can actually have a fighting chance.
Like, yo, you see this Gohan here? If you just pay the discount Tuesday price.
Man, funny. I mean, that's true shit. Shit, at this,
Gohan.
It look like at this point I'm about to do that shit. It look like it's Tuesday.
To the side.
That shit looking like it's. I mean, to be honest, the movie, like I said again, the movie is out online now. So it's like if you go spend that dollar, it's when you got true respect for a character. It's like that, because these leaks is crazy. These leaks is crazy, and then also on top of it, like I said, they already spoiled the bigger parts of the movie, the big transformation and shit like that. When you spoil that, I mean, that's the money of the movie. Like, what's the point? You just seeing that to see the rest, so you just fill in the gaps. And what better way to fill the gaps than to watch that shit online? Like, y'all spoiled the major parts, so it's like, what y'all doing? Like, I remember the morning I woke up. It was 8 a.m. Toriyama was blasting all the spoilers and shit like that. I couldn't go to any of the social medias to avoid any of the shit. And I was like, okay, so we don't give a fuck anymore then, huh?
Wow. just wild because he's like, you know what?
It's like a last attempt to have people go see the movie, but now I feel like that's going to deter it even more.
Right? Like, we already know what happened now. We can just watch it online.
That ass, which makes it 10 times worse. And the more the leaks is online, the more somebody going to clean that shit up, and boom, vamoose. Within like the second day of that shit hitting the airways, that shit is already on clear HD online, and you're like, all right, so what was the point?
Should just put it on Disney Plus.
At this point, sheesh. It's like, God damn, what you doing? Yep. So that's the issue right there. Switching over, did you hear about E3 saying they having a return next year?
Yeah, I heard.
Yep. So E3 Expo is bringing back live in person after like what, a 2 maybe 3 year pause block off that, and they said they're working with Reed Pop and all that shit. So what's your thoughts?
As soon as I saw Reed Pop, I was like,
Yep.
I was like, oh boy.
E3 has sort of been that situation, but I'm not gonna lie, summers have been lacking without that low key. I know everybody's doing their state of play and stuff like that, but people are so like game companies are so separated doing their own thing. I do miss the days of E3 summer when they had like their big weekend where they just drop a shit ton of information on like upcoming games that would be like 2 years down the pipeline, but they get everybody hyped about it with like a trailer or something like that. Like you're waiting for something magical to happen at the E3 to get it popping. And everybody had to come through with their best shit because they was seeing their competition like live days and stuff like that. Like I kind of miss that. I know they do it all state of plays and everybody's online doing their own separate shit like that. But like that joke in person and shit like that, that was pretty hype and stuff like that. Get people
cool.
jobs and stuff.
It was cool. I'm just gonna try to see how it's gonna work now. How are you gonna get those companies to come back?
I don't know. That's a them situation. They got to figure that shit out themselves.
True.
So. We'll keep it posted with that shit going down.
Because one of the big three, I've been doing all my stuff for years, so it's like, what is the point?
Yeah.
When we come back to E3, I'm like, what do I get from that now?
Let's see. I mean, they gotta come with something else now. They gotta come with something innovative because they see what people's been doing and they've had it all online now. So it's like, well, it's what y'all coming back with? What each y'all got that's different?
All right, Reed Pop, let's see what you got.
Yep, exactly. Switching over for those people that's fans of the work of Genndy Tartakovsky, the guy who does like Samurai Jack and he did animation for the old school Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab and all that stuff like that. He has this award-winning show that I don't know if anybody has seen it. It's a silent show. It's about a caveman and his dinosaur. It's called Primal. This shit is bloody, gory. This shit is it's like every episode I think is about maybe 12 minutes to 20 minutes, but it's about a caveman and his dinosaur during the Paleolithic era and shit like that, going through a whole bunch of situations, and that show is that is the most gritty show he has ever created. If you want blood and gore and shit that's happening to a man and his dinosaur, watch that show. And starting tonight into tomorrow, it's gonna be on HBO Max. Season 2's dropping, and season 1 got like 5 Emmys. That's how good shit is. It's got 5 Emmys. If y'all want to see that shit on HBO Max, that shit fire. You know what? It's probably going on the list of one of the comfy couches, because that show get down and dirty. And once you see the animation, you gonna know it's Genndy. But on top of it, that is some savage shit that we all been waiting for it to come back. And that shit coming back tonight, that shit gonna be that heat.
Listen, Samurai Jack is already on the list, so shoot.
Oh yeah, big time. So Primal right there. Primal right there with it. And speaking of you watching Stranger Things, so now you know the skill of the Duffer Brothers, who's the people behind Stranger Things. But I heard the Duffer Brothers is doing some bullshit again. Why are motherfuckers doing a live action Death Note again? This is like the 10th time. Give it up.
Netflix, leave this shit alone.
I don't know.
Please.
Why? I don't care if you do a series. I don't care if you're doing a TV movie. Y'all have learned every situation that y'all have put out about live action has been what is the point in this? Why do people need live actions for this anime stuff anymore? Like, I don't like. Is it supposed to bring more people to the show somehow? I don't understand. How does this open a new avenue to people? If people don't like animation and they see live action, that's not going to help them be fans of any bit of the series. Like, that don't help nothing.
If a show lends itself to live animation, that's fine.
Going from animation to live is the problem. Going to live to animation is an easier solution.
Yeah. So it's just the stuff that they're picking does not lend itself to it.
I mean, they have the best kind of situation since they opened up their own studios, and you see with Stranger Things the amount of money and tech they got to work with. That's nice, but the problem is Death Note, the movie series that they have, the one shining example of things that they had that went right is the casting for Ryuk and the way how Ryuk looked. That was perfectly fine. Everything else is the problem. So I don't know how the hell they gonna razzle dazzle this shit.
This sounds like it belongs in the ground with you know what.
Oh yeah. I mean, this been in the ground. That's the problem. These niggas keep digging it up. Yeah, what the fuck? It's called Death Note. Keep that shit dead.
Right? So somebody need to write in the Death Note Netflix.
Yeah. No, they need to. I don't know why. This you want to know what this sounds like? This sounds like 2-3 years down the line they gonna announce, oh, we got a new studio. Guess what's coming back, y'all? Cowboy Bebop for season 2, live action.
No, somebody definitely has an agenda over there, and I'm not sure why.
What the fuck? And then how much money is Netflix dividing up for each of these live action anime series? Aren't y'all still working on One Piece? I know that shit still need money. Y'all, yeah. The last time they did anything announcement with One Piece, they didn't even say anything about filming. They said they had the sets ready. How the hell y'all got money to something else now?
Right? Oda's like, I got my money, so.
Like, why y'all doing this shit?
Yeah, Netflix.
Cut it out.
Stop.
Shit.
Stop. Leave the animes alone.
On better news, though, because fuck that. On better news, you heard the announcement this is for the PS5 heads now. You heard the announcement for November? We finally getting that God of War sequel.
Okay.
How you feel about that?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I like the trailer. I like what I saw.
About Ragnarok, yeah.
It's just like, we really are in the PS5 era now. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I see mad memes about people trying to boot that shit up on PS4 and that shit exploding.
Yeah, listen, that's... Once a new God of War comes out, that's a wrap for the previous system. It's like, that's it.
Facts. Everybody digging up. Yo, this holiday season about to be on another PS5 rush for whoever could get the last bit of that shit again. Now that God of War finally opened up.
Yep.
Once that opened up, and we got Street Fighter 6 and all this other shit. I'm waiting for Tekken 8 to drop. It's like once the established motherfuckers finally rise up for their PS5 versions, then boy, I'm back in.
There you go. And there we go.
Yep. And the last bit I got on any nerdy reboot news is, all right, so this is a conversation that I seen earlier that they was gonna have. Well, they probably already had it on New Orleans Cesar, and it's about these anime reboots that have been popping up left, right, and center. And this shit is still iffy on me. That Trigun reboot is still throwing me off. Like the animation, the CGI, I see what they doing with whatever they have with CGI and stuff like that. But it's just the look of Vash and the change up. And I posted that the other day, and everybody feeling like the old side, and they massacred they boy and stuff like that. Like I'm not. I think it's a divided side on both sides to how people feel about Vash, but I'm still on the side of nobody really ever asked for this shit to be rebooted. They just announced it, and we were like, huh? And then they dropped what they had, and you're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm kind of over the reboots. Like, give me some new stuff. Except from you, LaShawn. Nothing from you.
Oh. So like I said, I got something fresh for y'all. Y'all ready for Yasuke too?
We good. We good, LaShawn. No. Just no.
Y'all ready for the collab? It's time for Yasuke to meet the Cannon Busters. Y'all already got machines and robots. Y'all need swords and robots and machines and all that shit. Here we go.
No.
He's like, they in the same universe. It's the LaShawn Thomas universe.
Oh my goodness. And on that note, it is time for the main event.
Woo!
right, our third segment, our main event segment.
Yup.
We have returned, if I'm not mistaken, to the comfy couch.
Yes, we are.
And we are here reviewing episode 1 and 2 of the 2003 incarnation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yup. I am so interested. So for y'all to know, the reason co-host is hosting, he is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle aficionado on this one. Like he's had born and bred in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was the person against Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a very long time. Even the 2003 incarnation, when it was walking around and doing this stuff, I was the one who was kind of avoiding those episodes all around for like the longest time. And it wasn't until like, I really sat down and like watched it later on in life to actually appreciate any stuff. Or I'm like a very later like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan and stuff like that. Like I'd play the arcade game like casually, but honestly I didn't know the characters. Other than like the main people and Shredder and stuff like that, I didn't know the history on nothing. I've never watched the classic cartoon. The 2003 was the only thing under my zeitgeist, and it was that. And then they had the 2012 edition that was the bubbly look that was running around Nickelodeons for a while, and then they changed it to the new era one that they have with the rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, where everybody plus me was hating on it until I actually watched the series. And to know that it's like anime inspired and shit like that with like it's like it was done by like fucking Trigger Studio or something like that, where all the crispy ass fight scenes and shit be happening. It's like, there's multiple incarnations to TMNT cartoon in general that has just given it its lifeblood, and they know how to like adapt with the times with various stories and stuff like they do. So I respect it more in this day and time, but back in the day, it was not my childhood at all.
Oh, this was definitely mine. I rocked with Turtles. I had the Turtle Van. I was good. I'm Green Machine all the way.
I had no toys. I had no toys. I had no interest in watching the movie that everybody kept talking about. Live action I avoided that too.
I was here. Leonardo was my guy, followed by Michelangelo. Raphael got some love too.
I took Raph just cause I was like, oh, this nigga's the angry one that can fight. All right, so I that one's cool. Yeah, just like how everybody used to grab on the Red Ranger before they saw Green. Yeah, that was me. I was like, oh, the red one cool.
I tell you later on when I found out Uncle Flo played Shredder,
I
was like some conflict here. I was like, oh man,
that was great. That was finding out that one. That's another reason his voice is so iconic. So it's like, yeah.
I was like, oh, you was always the ops. So
yeah, 100%. You was either low key or out here.
Yeah, man. So good times, good memories. I'm over here humming the song in my head now.
Oh yeah. We keep that same energy when we go into this series for sure. So you want me to hit the fast fact?
Yes, hit us with the fast fact.
All right. So fast facts, some history. This is an American 2D animated TV series. This is the first reboot in the TMNT like cartoon verse series. So this is the second animated series for the TMNT franchise out of 4. Currently going the 4 incarnations. This is post the 87 series of the animated and prior to the 2012 one. And then we had this one started in February 2003 and ended February 2009. So a good 6-year run on that shit. This is currently streaming on Paramount Plus. You can find some episodes on YouTube, through the usual links and stuff. This is part of a lot of stuff. This series was part of Fox, aka the Fox Box, and 4Kids TV, 4Kids Entertainment. It was between Fox to the WB series when it was on like the Saturday morning cartoons with everything. It was animated by Mirage Studios. There's even a Cartoon Network series that was running around, so they had the connections and stuff like that. This shit ran for about 7 seasons with about 155 to 156 episodes. Just to the nitty gritty, this is a team of mutated turtles, the teenagers turn ninjas, defending the area of New York from bad people all around. So that's like cutting the basic muster of this series. So we can step into episode 1. Things changed.
Yes.
All right. So we open to a shot of the city, and we got Leo giving a monologue as their turtles face off against a group of enemies. We see Donnie, Ralph, Leo and Mikey, they about to fight the toughest people on the east side. They call themselves the Purple Dragons. They think that the turtles are all in costume. So the people out here in New York don't know nothing about the turtles. They in secrets, and I guess whoever is trying to fight them think they in goofy ass costumes is something like that. Like they always assume they in costumes or something.
And what cracks me up here is Leo has the classes like, yeah, I'm Leo. Probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah, facts. That is the vibe that came straight off the bat to that shit. Anytime somebody's monologuing through a situation that's already about to look like, oh, we about to get our asses kicked. You want to know how we got in the situation?
Right? So they go back for like, yeah, so we about to fight.
Yep. And right when they about to fight, we hear the iconic 2003 version of the theme. Now, before I start singing and humming and any of that shit, yo, how do you feel about this version of the theme?
It's alright.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Now that's a spicy take, cause that theme was, yo, if you play that shit somewhere, niggas is gonna sing that theme too. That's a my generation type shit.
That's it. It's alright.
Woo! So how you think it ranks up against the classic then?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
For me, the classic is always always gonna be number one for me.
Oh, that's how I know you're a true turtle head, man. Cause this was, yo.
I get what they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but for me, the OG is gonna be always the one that's always gonna hit for me. I like this. Like I said, I had no problem with the 2003 one. It's fine. But it don't hit me the same as the 87 one does.
I think that's more playing with fire than anything else, man.
I'm sorry.
That's like, oh no, I get it. That's perfectly fine. But that's like saying there's a beef between like Adam West Batman and the Batman Adventures type shit. Like if you like anybody would have came for like the Batman theme, the Batman Adventures and shit like that, when they go back in the classics and shit like that, the panic of him on the shadows and the little theme that they play and shit like that. I feel like if you come for that theme, that shit gonna be a big issue, because there's a definite disconnect when it comes to this reboot situation that I didn't even realize at the time. I like I said, I wasn't a Turtles head, so I didn't even realize that this was the first ever reboot for this series, animated wise. So me hearing this theme all the time, this is a classic theme, and this feels like the essence of the Turtles to me. So that's always funny. So I feel like for my generation, between your generation, it's like a clash with this one, because I think this theme is fire. It's fire and it's catchy, and it makes you. It's mad lengthy too. I forgot how long this theme is. They are singing and they are telling your ass everything.
Like I said, it's a fine theme, but like I said, it ain't gonna hit me the same way as Heroes in the Half Shell's gonna hit me. I'm sorry.
That was a hot take to me. That was a hot take for sure to me. This shit was it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's good.
That's fine. That's why I wanted you to host it. You come here with your ideas, because I know Turtles is for you. So it's this one's why it makes it spicy to me in my head. That shit sound right. But moving forward, we got the title screen that pops up, and then we shift over into the sewers.
Now, I'm going to talk about this because it's a funny thing about this. When I watched this episode, I cracked up a bit because recently I found my Wii. And so it was modded. And so I went through the whole process of remodding it again. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at the games I had on my hard drive. And one of them was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Yeah. And I played it for a bit. And the whole beginning scene of this episode is in the game.
Yeah. There's a lot of series. There were a lot of connecting series to this. That's why I said the 2003 is their Batman series, man. It's their animated series. It's like everybody that's seen any kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles incarnation after that, usually anytime in the comments I see them go to the 2003. Even the 2003's been memed the other day. Like everybody talk about that voice actor for Raph when he got abducted that one time, and he told that guy, he was like, "Where you can find something," and he said, "Yo mama." Like shit's reoccurring. That 2003 shit keep popping up.
So that cracked me up when I saw that. I was like, "Oh, this was in the game. Oh shit, I did that."
Oh yeah.
So watching the first couple scenes here, how we crack it up.
Oh, I mean, a couple of scenes in here reminded me of the recent game in general too.
Oh, that recent game definitely gives me the Super Nintendo version vibes, and I was like, yeah, like, oh geez, I was like, let's go.
Yep. So yeah, we in the sewers. So we hear Splinter giving his speech to the boys, and they all in practice mode. They each one of them pretty much fails to put out the flame because Splinter on heavy dodge mode. He tells them all like differently what's their faults in, whether they come in too hot or they come in too heavy or they quick on their footwork and stuff like that. And they messing about all around. Except for Leo. Leo gets the job done, and right after that, they're like, "Oh, okay, so this is teacher's pet." this the team beefing already low key. They big on their extra shit. So Splinter tells them to be hidden because the people wouldn't understand. He said they must become Kage, and my mind instantly already went to Naruto.
Same. I was like, oh, so that's. I was like, oh.
I was like, all right, well, there's the connection in my head. I mean, ninjas and all that other shit. So, hey, they stick. I mean, listen, they're brolic ass mutated teenage like turtles out there in the streets. So it's like they stick out like a sore thumb if they was ever in the light, just like Naruto. I mean, he was a ninja wearing all orange. It's hard to like hide anywhere, man.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, you can't be out in the street non-Halloween acting like, yo, what's going on?
Exactly. Even though everybody assumed, like nobody around this era, they all assumed that you vigilantes in some kind of weird, kind of freaky costume, and they never like assume, oh yeah, this is like a monster or something.
Yeah. Now thinking about it, most New Yorkers probably don't care. We got Batman lurking around and Spider-Man and the Defenders and all them other.
Speaking of Spider-Man, keep that energy because there was a joke in here that I'm like,
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, I'm like, and it's so funny because remember when we was doing the episode on Spider-Man? It was the side-by-side scene of them in the sewer because we talked about the Lizard episode in the sewer too.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that shit funny, but yeah. Keep it with the episode in mind still. So we have a noise shake-up, and the robot chompers bust through into their home on their ass, just chewing through they place. And instantly when this first shit pop up, I was like, oh, I remember whooping your ass in the game.
Yo, for real.
First fucking chompers was annoying as hell.
Yep. Like, first, Earthquake, we don't get those out here. Well, I guess we do now. What? Choppers! Shit!
Yeah, annoying ass choppers and shit like that. And they was eating through the house, so they was like, what the fuck? So the team had to go on offense against them robots and bust their ass. Rubble falls on Splinter, and the turtles start to panic, and they go off to try and find Splinter because all the shit was falling around. These choppers, even though they wasn't putting in like hella work or something like that, there was like an easy dispatch. The mere fact they were biting through the main lines of the sewers and shit like that, everything was falling around on them, and they self divided away from Splinter. So Splinter was trying to handle some, and then a whole bunch of rocks fell down on his ass. So that was a whole situation. They was having a mean heart attack, thinking their old man got taken out by some rocks.
Yo, definitely Splinter was like, they called Splinter on the phone.
Yeah, yo, Mikey pulled out that phone, and Splinter showed the old man his ass. He had that shit turned down. He was like, yo, how does that make this work? He's just pushing all the buttons he can. He's like, yo, we can hear you just fine, man. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I guess I got shit to learn too.
Yo, when he said which button do you press to answer this thing, I was
Why he was literally on the phone talking to him already. Like, shit already turned on everything. He's like, what button is this?
Yeah. Then they tell him, like, listen, like, you already answered the phone. You ain't got to press that down.
Facts, man. Hey, man, you teach us, we teach you Pokemon. There you go.
Like this newfangled technology. Fuck me shit.
Facts. Splinter like, man, this reboot already fucking me up.
Right? Got me looking
old.
Right?
Shit. So the robots eat through their old home support beams. They got to move on to another spot. So Mikey gives the farewell speech to the home and stuff like that, and they get ready to impart on another location. Donnie had mentioned a cave-in, and they hit a dead end on both sides. So they have to go up to the surface world, but secretly. And Leo gonna be like, yo guys, we gotta make sure we follow Splinter's rule and stuff like that. We can't be out and about. We gotta make sure we good in the shadows. And Ralph like, oh, I heard you, teacher's pet. Shut the fuck up. We about to go out.
Yeah, and I'm like, here we go.
You could already feel the tension between this shit that's gonna boil over later.
Oh, definitely. He's like, yo, I was like, oh, here we go.
Facts.
Here on the bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Already extra. So Ralph, so you already know with the energy Ralph was on, he went out to go lead as he hopped out the damn manhole first.
Same old Ralph.
Yep, and Leo tries to, follow Master's word as much as he can. The energy they dodging nightclubs in the shadows and cars. They trying to find manhole covers and stuff like that. They saw another one where the next space was gonna be, and they about to hop into that shit. But then they see a truck back in, and the truck just had to just like. We could have avoided so much situations if this fucking truck didn't back up on the manhole cover to cover it completely.
Like tire and all.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this just feels like a dick move. This is entirely a whole ass dick move. So the car covers the manhole hole cover just in general, and it's blocked by a truck that people are trying to go out and it look like they about to make maneuvers about stealing money or some shit like that. They opened up the back of the truck to make maneuvers. Ralph trying to see if he can move the truck or shift the truck or whatever the hell is going down. The whole team kind of clowning him until the motherfuckers start to pull up on them. And Ralph has a serious situation where he's trying to think, where can I hide against these motherfuckers? And he decides to jump into the truck.
I'm like, Ralph, why?
Exactly. I'm like, bro, there's mad places you a ninja. Hop somewhere. Jump somewhere. Do something. Why you jump into the goddamn truck?
You could have went under the truck. You could have went on top of the truck.
These are the looks of the same people we saw at the beginning of the episode. So these are the purple dragons. They pull up and they look into the van. I don't know what part of this shit this nigga was hiding very well in, but he was hiding well enough so they couldn't see him in the van. So they close the door and they hop and they start to drive off. And the team realize motherfuckers done abducted Ralph by accident.
See, abduction.
Yeah, see, there we go. See, it has something to do in the mind. So the other three are chasing the truck stylishly, flipping around, flipping over roof barricades and everything, all the ways. Mikey and his clowny ass, he runs into some fresh laundry.
Yep, it's like, ooh, fresh. Shit, fresh.
Sniffing that shit. Sniffing that shit like he trying to be in the next commercial.
Listen, the laundry be smelling good, man. The laundry be smelling good.
I mean, they had it on the clothesline and everything.
Right.
So we cut through Splinter while he's in his situation on his other side. We see more robots start to pull up on Splinter, so he got to be on his stick action shit like he is definitely in the video game. He was using the same style, took up that stick and started whacking them motherfuckers.
Right, whole lot, son, hold it.
Big facts. So the dragons, so the dragons drive out and they make it back to their hideout. So they pull out. They hop out. Mikey kicks. Mikey pulls up on one of them, makes a joke, and then he kicks the shit out of one of them for sure.
Yep, the big dude.
Yep, knocks him the shit out. So while Donnie works on the door, we cutting back between the turtles working on the door to get Ralph out, and then the robots attacking Splinter all the way to the
Don't forget they was clowning Ralph with his ass the whole time.
Oh, they was clowning him, but the energy they was on, because when Donnie finally broke the door open, Ralph leaped onto Mikey and started strangling that nigga. He was literally the working meme of wait until I get out this box, bro. Wait until you
banging on the door. I'm like, no, wait till your ass to get captured.
And then got something for your captured ass. All right, man. I'm about to show you who the top turtle is.
Like we told you to be stealthy. You got your ass captured.
Yo, stealthy bum ass jumped into the truck, dummy.
Right, you dummy.
Shit. So after that situation of Ralph choking up Mikey and shit like that, we back to how the episode started in general, cause you see the purple dragons pull up on the turtles once again, still thinking it's all a joke, and they all pull out they spinny weapons moments and stuff like that. So
let's go. Yep. It's on.
So we got the smoke party going down, and the turtles just end up beating the dragon's ass 1, 2, 3. Like shit was light work.
Yeah, chucking them, throwing them to the TV. Oh, good shit. Arcade shit.
And when they took, big time, big video game energy. So they knocked them out, and the moment they handled them, all they look up above and they say it's some ninja action. So the ninjas pulled up on them. They was like, "Oh, Ninja the Ninja? What the fuck's going on?" And we see it's the Foot Clan. So Foot Clan on their ass, and they give the turtles a run for them. They wasn't expecting the Foot Clan at all. They were starting to whip their ass.
Yep, they're like, "Oh, these real ninjas. Oh shit.
Oh, this is definitely real ninja shit. So we between their fight and then we see Splinter back fighting the robots until they cave into the ground. So they done bit through the floor and all you see is Splinter fall off and all the way down into the abyss.
Yep, and Splinter was like, oh shit.
Facts. So that's Splinter dealing with that. We go back to the Turtles, which, I mean, they getting their ass kicked to the point where they fly back into the truck and they decide to steal the truck and dip on them.
Yeah, they're like, this ain't the wave. This ain't the wave.
Facts. And then Mikey jokes about ninjas being in New York outside of them. So they was joking. They was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why are there ninjas in New York? I mean, completely missing the point about them just in general.
Right? I'm like, listen, they could have been sent by anybody.
Exactly, and I'm like, y'all ninjas in New York too. I mean, like, y'all never know. But they look into the bags and they find the money and they eyes light up shit like that. They ready to spend the money and shit like that. But you know,
I blame Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm. But old principal ass and shit like that, Leo had to be like, you know what got to be done about this money. We gotta give it back to the right. Yep. So they find the nearest police officer, whoever that is. They see them staking it out, and they just pull up by the car, and they was like, "Yo, go handle this money." They threw it out to the side, and then one of the partners, who's probably like, what? It's probably his early day on the force and shit like that. This nigga said, "Did you just see that? Is that fucking Turtles? That's some weird, brolic ass Turtles driving that truck." And I guess like this rookies. Nigga been around. This nigga been around for a while. This nigga said, "He's a rookie, man. He never seen that shit before." I'm like, all right, so y'all know about these Turtles or not?
Listen, he like, I done seen the man is the bat. He like, I done seen the spider thing.
This is one of them niggas from the Spider-Man animated series. I'm starting to believe that these two series is connected. It's the same coppers that be used to Spider-Man's bullshit all the time.
Like, I see Lizard Man and all kinds of shit, man. This ain't nothing.
Yeah, he was probably there with the electrician from that episode that got captured.
Probably.
Shit, nigga, that's probably his cousin.
Right? He's like, that's why I'm getting ready to retire.
That ass nigga. That's why I'm leaving this shit to rookie. So, hey man, get spooked out now so you can be a veteran.
Right. So eventually, they finally get back.
Yep.
Right?
They find Splinter. All right. He tells them to follow to their new home. Mikey underestimated the home, and Splinter said to think differently because like when they pulled up to the spot and they was like, yo, what the fuck is this? What's this? What's going on with this mess?
So I assume this is their power chamber.
Yep. They see the spot and into maneuvers. So Splinter said the quintessential thing that reboots, I mean, definitely need to save right off the bat. And Splinter said change is good, and that was them ushering in the new era for the reboot idea and stuff like that. This was definitely a calling to say, hey, the old is out, the new is in. This is the new power chamber. We chilling over here.
Now we just you know who.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, we shift off and we see a head ninja being talked to by the head of the Purple Dragons. Talk about the Turtles. And this is giving me vibes, and definitely from the building they're at and stuff like that. It's definitely Shredder.
Oh yeah, without question.
This is big Shredder vibes because the tower and everything. It's Shredder Tower pretty much. So we catch Shredder in the middle of Shredder Towers in the middle of the city. And I said, yo, the way how his shit is set up, this shit giving me Shendu vibes from Jackie Chan Adventures. This whole setup, this whole humanistic property, the way how the building is taller than everything else in the middle of the city, like this is big Shendu vibes. This Valmont and Shendu, big vibes. So that's how the episode ended with the homie saying, "You failed me already for the last time." I'm like, damn, I feel sad for the homie. This is like first mission that he had to deal with like these turtles that he didn't expect at all. But he's like, this is your first and last time, so he already about to murder him. I'm like, damn, nigga, shit, you couldn't have given nigga another opportunity. I'm like, at least give him one more chance. He didn't expect fucking mutated turtles to pull up on the goddamn scene. Like, damn, how you just go put it on him?
Expect everything.
Damn, nigga. Giant mutated turtles that I ain't got no powers for that you couldn't even handle, nigga. Damn.
Like I said, we done seen the man that's a bat. We done seen the spider thing. And
I'm pretty sure he don't got weapons to handle none of them.
He should be used to this by now.
He may be used to him, but does anybody got any of these good weapons to handle all this shit?
Get good.
You're the company. I'm working for you. You gotta get good. You gotta supply me, nigga. Like, what? You the one that got the weapons. I'm in your tower. You're building shit. Y'all ain't give me nothing but regular weapons.
The white turkey does.
Oh my god. Nigga, you ain't tell us nothing and you talk about dying on turtle soup all the time. What the fuck?
You had a whole armored car.
Man, please.
That you still lost.
I'll put more to blame on this nigga losing the truck. That's about it.
And the money.
Shit. Okay, that too. The truck and the money. But then once again, I got jumped by fucking mutated turtles that you knew about that you ain't tell us about. Fucking split up.
Be ready for
dying on turtle soup. Alright, man. Alright. Nigga, if I could quit, I could quit. But this nigga probably shredded him already, so call it a day.
He done been chopped up.
That nigga dead. Because, I mean, as we about to go into the second episode, that nigga wasn't there. So, I'm already call him dead. So, the ending was the instrumental version of the opening. How do you feel about the ending? The ending
theme? It was fine. Like I said, it was fine. The intro and the outro are fine.
To me, that's all of that shit is just the hottest takes because this shit is up there with like when you go out to the club, you hear like the Teen Titans Go or some shit like that. Now if there's any anime parties, I low key want to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme, and I'm talking about the 2003 one, just to see your face.
Yeah, you just gonna see me just like.
Alright.
Like I said, it's a fine song.
It's just missing that something,
It's just ain't gonna hit me like the original does.
Alright, heard that. So on that note, you go ahead, you give your final impressions first.
Oh no, I like this episode. It kept the essence of what the turtles were. So far, I'm not offended. So that's good.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. That's it for the final impression.
Yeah, I have no reason. It hasn't given me a reason so far to not continue.
Oh, okay, all right. For mine, I said the introduction to each turtle and a change of scenery ushered in a new generation for animation for the turtles in general. This is an opening to a reboot calling out a change of times. So, the reboots just gotta do that in general. Funny, action pack, and a bunch of stuff happening. Open this out to totally great. Def recommend to go further. Very enjoyable. This is the starting of a new era for the turtles. Ain't nothing here to really turn you away. Pretty much. I mean, this is an establishment of reboot culture straight out through and through with this. So that's it on final impressions for episode 1, and we can switch over to episode 2, A Better Mousetrap.
Yes.
All right. So we go back into the robots going through the wall as Donnie is. I'm pretty sure it's Donnie the one monologuing this time, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be the twist of the show. Now every episode is gonna be probably done in by a monologue as far as they can go of each turtle telling about the situation, pretty much. Because I'm like last time was Leo. This is Donnie. Probably the next episode is Mikey or Raph or something like that. Like I like that vibe of everybody being like, shit, all right, let me tell you how I got into this situation this week. Yeah, so they go out ready to fight, and they playing that opening again.
Yep, the opening.
Yep. So same vibes as before. The title screen shows up again, and now we're in the turtle home now, the new home. They setting up the housing around with a bunch of power. They are stressing out that power straight from the sewers already. They maximizing everything. They hooking the TV and everything. Everybody that needs all around is using the big power, so they obviously blowing the fuse around.
Exactly.
Yep. So they trying to figure names for their home, and it's play on old school names. Did you hear all the names that they were saying?
Yeah, man, they looked at the lady, and I'm like, yeah. And then Splinter was like, you know what? We're just gonna call it home.
Facts. He's like, y'all wilding.
Y'all doing too much.
And also, we don't got trademarks for all this shit because y'all talk. These turtles are low key. Like they're not breaking the fourth wall. This is like the 3.5 wall.
Right, they're going all over the Marvel. Marvel like, nah, don't do that.
They read comics. That's for sure.
For real.
For motherfuckers that be linking up with DC, they shout out like Marvel and DC all the same. They like, we neutral. We in the middle. We could call our Spider-Man and Batman. Fuck it. Y'all could beat us all in the fucking sewers.
Right. Then they're like, first they were collecting stuff from the old house.
Yep. Yeah, Leo and Raph went out to get their old stuff. They were talking about this is their home for 15 years and it was trash just like that. All they shut is broken down and destroyed and shit like that. And then
Raph is still in his feelings.
Oh yeah, big time. Raph is an emotional turtle. He is a heavy emotional turtle. Whether it be anger, sadness, he's always on the extreme end of some shit. So after they notice their house is trash and stuff like that, they traveling around on the turtle rider. What was the name they said was the name of the bike?
I don't even know if they mentioned it.
They mentioned unnamed, but I didn't even pick up on what do they usually call it?
Honestly, I haven't seen this thing before.
Oh, alright, so it was just something exclusive for the 2003 version. They was riding on the speeder bike, big speeding through the motherfucking sewers. Like they was chilling, they was riding through it, and then they busted that bitch into maximum overdrive, and they was flying through the sewers.
Right, and of course, he said he ain't been tested, but he's gonna field test.
Facts. So Donnie looks into the broken robot that they had destroyed, and he checking out the technology. He trying to see for the better. He trying to see what they could, what they could fuck around with, find out why the hell these robots pulled up on them, and find out if there's any technology they can use for their betterment and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So they watching the news, and we get introduced to a couple of important characters to the entire series in general. They talking about the new tech home run by Baxter Stockman.
All people.
If Red Alert could come onto your head, if you were OG head at that point, you were like, oh,
woo, red flag.
So how do you feel about seeing this Baxter right off the rip?
Red flag. I was like, oh boy, like this ain't good. Something about to go left.
In the OG series, was Baxter black?
No, I don't think so.
So how do you feel about, because I mean, in our generation on reboot stuff, when people get like gender swapped or when people get race swapped or something like that, how did it feel seeing like this? You want to know who this Baxter looked like? Old boy from once again Spider-Man, the one beside J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh,
he looked just like him.
Wow.
Like they had that, how they had the animated black kid look back in the day where everybody had like a flat top and shit like that? That was the animated dad look for black fathers. They all look like old boy from Moesha. They always look like the dad from Moesha.
The Frank look, yeah.
Yeah, they all look like Frank.
Wow.
And that's definitely what Baxter was looking like here. But like in the same vein as we do with the reboot stuff like that, how did you feel about the changing of the character of Baxter being a black man?
I was like, the fact that he's here already, and I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, because this is before the situation.
I don't like, because I know where the situation is going. I was like, oh, I don't like this.
I'm curious about what was the stand for that. What was I need to look into more of the reasoning behind of why they chose a different race for Baxter.
Yeah, because like I said, this is my first time even looking at 2003's Turtles. So
this is the first time I'm in detail watching it at all. I gave it a look, but there's, like I said before, there's like 156 episodes. You could dive into this turtle shit at any point in time, and I have to pick up at the very, very beginning.
Yes, we got our first intro to Dr. Baxter.
Yep, and he pretty much said the name of the episode in his little speech, and he gonna help with the city rat problem. Now imagine a news reporter or a scientist getting interviewed and talk about they got the solution to the New York City rat problem.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Like just out of general, that feels like an impossibility.
Send them to the Bronx.
Send them all the way around.
Start there, work your way down.
Motherfuckers is all around.
I said start there, work your way down.
Mm-hmm. The last study I saw was them motherfuckers is heavy in Brooklyn though.
Listen, stay away from here.
So I don't.
So they just let you put it out there nowadays because they took over up there already. Ain't nobody reporting no more.
Yeah. All right. So if they transition over the main line, the heavy, I mean, it looks like they follow where the white people are. So hey. Because I mean, why they got extended numbers all of a sudden now that the white people taking over? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. And then, so here we also got our intro to April.
Yep.
I like this.
Yep, we got April being an assistant to Baxter Stockman.
So I got a couple issues here with April.
And also, just right off the bat, Bax created these robots because they showed up. These robots are supposed to handle rats. And Ralph was pissed off right off rip. He ready to smoke Bax.
He's ready to go get him. Splinter said, I forbid it. Nah, get out of here.
Splinter said, nah, cut that shit out. And that's when we see April as the lab assistant testing in by releasing rats to the robots so they can catch them and all that other bullshit. So let's see why they pulled up and whatnot. But yeah, so back to what you were saying about April's introduction.
So first thing, they made April a redhead. I ain't like that. And they changed her job.
Yeah.
This like making Lois Lane something else. I'm not with this.
I mean, with multiple medias and stuff like that. What was it? I saw a TikTok about they were talking about characters with inconsequential jobs that you could just put them in certain medias on the same thing. Because there's been characters that have done like different stuff, like they've put them in different scenarios and stuff like that. But this one, having April have such a connection to Baxter Stockman must mean that Baxter is gonna be like more heavy into the story more than ever before. Obviously,
yeah, I don't like this. I wasn't feeling this. I was like, who the hell are you? And I was like, the moment
I saw that face, since I'm used to how the looks like. I didn't watch, but I knew like what she looked like in the series. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is the introduction to April.
I'm like, where's her new suit? Where's the Channel 6 camera guy? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yep.
And I was like, this is some bullshit.
New April, new time.
Nah, we don't like this. We ain't with it.
So April said she was proud to be working with the great Baxter Stockman, but Baxter was like, yeah, of course. The fuck? It's me.
Oh, cocky ass.
Yeah, he was big obnoxious on that energy. So Baxter was acting sus, waiting for his beneficiary to call, which I mean, that to me, that's always a red flag. This nigga on the lock, he's like, yo, I'm expecting a very important call from beneficiary. So you stay over here and I'm gonna take the call in the next room. I'm like, the moment he said that, I was like, you already know who his beneficiary is. Who else around here got a big ass tower in the city?
Kingpin.
Yeah. I mean, either way. Literally, either way, it's still sus.
Yeah, we know no good can come of the investor.
Exactly. Why are you saying it like that? Why can't you say who the fuck it is? This is the person who's your lab assistant. If you can't tell your lab assistant, that means you're keeping it sus.
And April was already like, the news reporter was like, red flags. There's a story here. She was like, something in here in my blood in a past life told me to investigate this with a microphone for some reason. Like, yes, for some reason I feel I need to be on camera.
I gotta cover this. I gotta discover the news right now.
It's a breaking story here. I must find
facts. So while Bax acting sus and going away, the Turtles do more training again, and Splinter drops all them motherfuckers like a bad habit once again. They learn absolutely nothing.
Of course.
And then Splinter once again still forbids the attack on Bax because Ralph not forgetting nothing. He like, that nigga smoked my home. I'm ready to smoke this nigga home too.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna turn in early. And Leo's like, what does Ralph ever turn in early?
Yeah, he was like, that's some bullshit. Mikey talks about what to appreciate at their new home and stuff like that. They got all this nice stuff. Donnie works on Discovery with the robots. He works further on that shit. And when they saw Ralph talk about, I'm going to turn in early with his fake ass sleeping and shit like that, they was like, nah, that's sus too. Between Ralph and Baxter, they both acted sus in this hood.
Super sus.
Facts. So Bax is in the next scene. We see that nigga working with Shredder. And I mean, he on the call. We see Shredder on the talk about he need his information. He need this shit done now. And April, the ever investigator inside her heart and spirit, listens in on that whole situation.
Yep, and then eventually we get to the point where they're starting to preview the Mousers.
Yep. And in that same vein, Ralph is fake sleeping. He was secretly heading out, and it stopped instantly by the hall monitor. What up, Leo?
Mikey had a line when they was talking about the Mousers, and I'm like, he said, I hate to be a rat in this town. And
look back and sorry,
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, now it all makes sense why they pulled up. It wasn't the Turtles, it was Splinter. Nigga was like, yo, imagine the sensors going off trying to find any rat underground, and then all the sensors go, is that a 7-foot rat that know kung fu? Get him. We got to get this nigga now. We calling all the niggas. You can imagine all the mouses chatting in their language. They said, we need backup. We need every motherfucker you got. Forget every rat. This is the rat, nigga. This is the rat. The rat. Cut all the bullshit. We need everybody. It's the rat. It ain't nothing about rats. It's the rat down here.
It's King Rat. Let's go.
Why you think them niggas was on suicide energy when they was biting the ground and the shit fell through? They was like, nah, we gotta kill ourselves and this rat. We going to the void. We gotta take it all out.
They was like, listen.
Shit. They was like, we only have one job to do, and that's to take out the rats until we found the rat. It's done. Rat out loud, my nigga. We got to go.
They's like, we got a cold rat.
Cold big rat. It's like a Sonic mission when you see them fucking military come down. BIGRAT. Big rat. You see the life bar. They saw that nigga and all they saw was a life bar. It was like, oh shit. Oh, nah, this is final boss mission type shit. We didn't even... Y'all just told us to take out rats. We didn't expect all this.
They was on that Dio talk shit. Send everything!
Oh, yeah, shit. Missiles and all. Missiles and all.
Oh, man.
Shit. So, after homie gets swept up by Hollow Monitor and shit, Donnie and Mikey and the team chase the robots heading back because they all cut the busters through routes of bullshit. So, team head out. Bax closes for the night while April's still working. Like, you know, I don't pay you for overtime and shit like that, but you know, whatever, you better close out and hop out, because I ain't trying to pay you, bitch.
Right.
Like, he acting mad snobby with it.
If we ain't getting that OT either.
Yep. And then on top of that, she looks heavy into this shit, you know, like the reporter she is. And then she sees the Shredder icon and finds a secret spot.
With all the freaking mousers.
Yep, robots. And in the middle of that, while the turtles are chasing the robot to see where it going back to its home and shit like that, the robot starts walking up the fucking walls, and they like, oh nah, this motherfucking shit is wildin'. So they all take out the gravity or their wall bending shit like that.
They got some wall spikes.
Yeah, their wall spikes, and they start to hook against the wall, and that's when they make their Spider-Man joke.
Yep, so we have to do the red and blue suit. I'm like, yeah, listen.
You
there now.
Shit, they know what energy they on. They know what they trying to break through. So shit. So yeah, April take the elevator down to see all the monsters and shit like that. Then we cut back to the turtles. Donnie shut down Donnie was big hyped about this shit. This nigga was like, man, we don't even gotta worry about this one mouser. This nigga, I repaired the jaw, I fixed everything. Motherfucker he don't even got a bite in him. Don't worry about it. He ain't gonna be no problem. Next thing you know, we turn to the mouse and the motherfucker's chewing through the chomp. And these niggas all look at Donnie like, oh, so you fixed it, huh? You fixed it, huh? You fixed the jaw, huh? You fixed the jaw, huh? Alright. And then they realize, not only did the motherfucker bite through the shit, these mouses is on demon time. That nigga not only bite through the wall, he bite through the main pipeline. So it just fills up everywhere with fucking water. This motherfucker was trying to kill us all. These motherfucking mouses is on a suicide pact.
Yep, he's like splash city.
Facts. Main pipe got cut, so the water coming in heavy, and they land all around. They brush through the water and land through the falls. That shit was a clean move.
Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja splashy.
Facts. They doing all their maneuvers and shit like that. April finds max amount of the he finds a max round of the robots, but also trips the alarm by mistake. She realized while she was spooking around, there was like a hidden silent alarm.
Yo, Rockford's over this at this point.
Yep.
Like, when I get my hands.
I also said these turtles' pockets is elite, because I still don't know where the hell they be pulling it out and putting it back in. They don't even do it into their shells. They literally put it into pockets that I don't even know how they got pockets.
Man, I've been trying to figure that out.
Shit, they just put that shit to their side. That shit just disappeared. I'm like, all right, so it ain't the shell. So what y'all doing?
Yeah, for real. It's like, ooh.
Shit. So y'all got that secret compartment, and then on the flip side, Bax catches April, and he just goes straight to he cut the mustard. And this nigga goes straight to trying to kill her. He pushes the button, she falls straight into the machine, and he like, all right, I can't have you alive no more. You see too much. So he sets all the monsters on her ass.
Son, He threw her down here. He's like, yo. He's like, yeah, I can't leave you alive. You know.
Only assistant here, and he already going straight. He ain't offer her a second chance or to join him or nothing. He ain't like, you about the money or nothing like that. He like, nah, you seen too much. It's time for you to go.
For real.
Bax was quick to the kill. Goddamn.
He's like, yeah, you doing too much.
He said they ain't gonna catch me like they caught the purple dragons last episode. Shit ain't shredding me. Fuck that.
Real.
He said I ain't about to fail nobody. Fuck that shit.
Right.
So the turtles follow the robot and it escapes on a train out of nowhere. They looking around. They're like, what the fuck's going on? And then all you see is the monster just hold on to the train and start riding. They were like, what the fuck?
For real.
When they put in that program for that motherfucker to go home, that motherfucker is trying every intricate way to get home. This nigga said, I've been walking for too long. How about I take the train? Shit.
He like got on the train. Like Ralph like, oh no, you don't, you piece of shit.
Facts. The nigga said, I ain't forget what you did to my house, and you ain't gonna escape off the rip. Fuck that. So April, in the middle of trying to survive, she uses the fire extinguisher, but it don't help much until she starts swinging that bitch, start taking them motherfuckers out, and hides after the smoke and starts booking it. But Vax is like, I ain't scared of nothing. Send them motherfuckers back on you on double time.
Look, you don't want this smoke.
Literally, you don't want none of this smoke. So they get jumped by the robots. The turtles is getting jumped by the robots, and Donnie is low key impressed. The robots continue to chase April, but she is then saved. Like the robots are handled by most of the turtles, and then right in the middle that she need them the most, turtles come and pull up on her. Yeah. And then she she hyped to see who her saviors were, and then she see like I think it was Mikey the first one that popped out and said hi to her, and she passed out.
Like for real, so son, she was like, listen, it's like oh shit, turtles.
Yeah, and she passed out. And then Mikey had an Ayo ended type of moment. This nigga grabbed her, put her over his shoulder, and said, yo, can I keep her? I was like, yo. I was like, hey, yo.
Son said, ooh, human.
This nigga said, this one mine. What you gonna do with it, Mikey? What you gonna do with her?
Yeah, hey now, Mikey.
I know. I was like, bro, I know you jokey, but don't get yourself caught up in some shit.
I know, Mikey, you don't need to be part of that Me Too movement, Mikey.
Nigga said, this is proof in the pudding. This is 2003, boy. I got this woman, and she belonged to me now. Threw her over the shoulder like he was a caveman in the Oonga Booga time. He done hit her with a stick and done carried her off. He said, this one mine.
I'm like, oh, Mikey, no, son, no.
Mikey, you can't be the one get caught up in this foolishness. Come on, man. Yeah. You was the ever so lucky carefree, my nigga. What you doing?
Like Mikey, the internet never forgets you. You better sleep.
Facts. Hell, we are in 2022 reviewing this 2003 series, and we already like, big dog. I don't think you want this.
Right. You don't need these problems. You don't need them.
Yeah, man. It feel like one of those times when you got to go back in time and be like, Mikey, put it down. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Whatever you think it, don't do it. But yeah, and that kind of closes off. That closes off the episode.
They close the episode. They close off the episode.
That's what I said. That's why I said it's like, hey, yo, ended. I was like, yo, y'all end off that shit. And that ends with the instrumental and shit like that, and you know, same vibes how we feel. So, what's your final impressions on that?
Yeah, you took me on a little roller coaster here.
Yeah, not the second episode. I know you was vibing with the first episode, but I want to hear your final impressions about the second episode now.
Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, first you got Doc to start with here. You made him black. Mm-hmm. We know he gonna turn into the fly beast at some point.
Yup.
Or maybe the armor. I don't know what they're gonna do here.
Should I mean, we know the story of Baxter, and it doesn't have anything to do specifically about the race, but it's just so funny that it falls under that category that we always talk about, how animated black characters always end up being a creature.
And for him, I like Dr. Baxter OG was always looking kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Dr. Baxter, he don't look that crazy.
He
is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Like I said before, he got that Frank only animated Moesha style look that they keep giving black older men, just like the same nigga from Spider-Man who was doing the reports for J. Jonah Jameson.
True.
Yes, they had that one palette for black folk, whether they black young men or black adult men, and they were like, yo, we just gonna keep using it.
They got their template number 5, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep using template number 5.
Yep. We got a black guy? Oh yeah, template number 5 worked just fine.
Right, we got Kwame from Captain Planet, we got Frank from Moesha. We got that dude. I forgot his name from Recess.
Yep.
All using the same template.
Yep. That was the '90s representing like black folk in general. That's why there's an outcry for different hairstyles and all this other different shit. That's why we say there's ain't any excuse where they say, yo, you can't do black this or black that or black anything when it comes to like anime or anything, because we've had like years of this shit being like the same template for like the longest.
Yeah, for real.
Not having black hairstyle in video games is a misdemeanor, because it's like, bro, do y'all know what y'all used to do? What y'all had in general for like folks? Like, y'all got all these styles for other people, and then for black folks, it's like you gotta dig all the way into like the 200s to find a piece of hair.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, to continue on to the final impression.
Oh yeah, so yeah, like I said, this is having me on a roller coaster. This second episode, I was like, kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky.
Yeah, I know, between
the potential
Baxter
there, but it's got kind of shaky.
And then the April situation.
Yeah, Mikey over here getting himself into a Me Too situation already.
Fuck. Why everything? I mean, other than April having her instincts in her to still be a reporter, and then her having the fight or flight instincts to actually fight, so she's got like promise of defending herself in any kind of situation. Like, she has that, but other than that, I mean,
I want to see what's gonna happen when she meet the big rat.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole other situation. Mikey put her down on the table, be like, "This is mine." No, Mikey, no.
Yeah, Master Spoon like, "No, Mikey, what you doing?
Nigga, didn't I teach you better than that?"
All right.
Shit. All right. So my final impressions. Continuing with the story, we get introduction to famous characters in the series. Just a twist on them, pretty much. Jokes and actions galore are still there, but I mean, just like you said, roller coasters of emotions. Some shit works, some shit definitely did not. But yeah, I mean, recommended to still continue. I mean, there's a storyline through point here that's working, and I mean, we left off on the cliffhanger of April, knocking out and shit like that. Meeting this is our alternate meet of the turtles and shit. So there you go.
Man, listen.
So far, how would you rate? Would you be like, are you giving thumbs in the middle, or like you?
It's definitely a thumbs in the middle at this point.
Yeah, you recommend to still go forward to see how you feel about it.
I would say continue it with skepticism.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so that's closing the book on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Covering the 2003 episode 1 and 2.
03? I said 03?
Yeah, 03 for sure. Fubu Classic time. Do you want to hit us with the preview for next review episode?
Yes, so the preview for next week, we're back. We're back with Black Morpher Power. And we will be reviewing Power Rangers Megaforce. Yeah, so we're finally dealing with Gosei's ass. Yes, I know, co-host. I know.
Unlike Turbo, when we made jokes on the last time, this shit is going to be a drag. This
Gosei in the building.
This Gosei gonna be one that pisses off us both. So we going into the infamous Megaforce for multitude of reasons. God damn, when we get to we'll find our time eventually when we go to Gokaiger, the better version. We gonna show you, like, after we recap back on this Megaforce shit one day, man, we gonna show you how they did this shit all wrong. But yeah, Megaforce episode 1 and 2, we hitting bottom of the barrel stuff now. So I guess here's the new generation for you guys.
Well, at least only 2 episodes this time.
I hope so. When we go into the links and shit like that, it better stop at part 2. It better not drag on to part 3, and part 1 and part 2 ain't do nothing.
I guess we will see.
I guess we will find out as well next week.
Right.
All right. So you want to hit us with the socials?
All right. So you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram. Whew.
Hey, Instagram, whatever they dropping that to.
At Blerd By Nature. You can find us on Twitter at Blerd By Nature, with nature spelled Nature.
Yeah,
you can reach us via email at blerdbynature@gmail.com. And you can also find us on YouTube. Go host, if you will.
Yup, at Blerd By Nature Podcast. Find us up on that YouTube. We got all the stuff attached to it. Like, if you got the podcast information out there and you want to just sit and rock with the banner poster and listen to our sultry sounds, you can catch us on that YouTube as well.
Yeah, so we out here. Send us questions.
Yep.
Comments.
Yep. Still
all that good stuff. Feedback.
Still working on that stuff for y'all. I know y'all probably wondering when the guest stuff popping up. We working on it.
Oh yeah, we definitely are
putting that stuff together. We got stuff in full motion. We also working on that Vault series for those that probably go ask why we hate review certain Power Ranger series or certain stuff X, Y, and Z. They in the Vault, and when we re-release them out there, y'all gonna hear people wilding on different levels. And we was a whole different name back in the day, so y'all gonna find out how wildly we was under a different name back in the day.
Well, and speaking of that, I guess I'll throw some breaking news. The first one will probably drop next month.
Oh shit! And by first one, are we talking about we about to drop the first? Like, are we going back to the Vault to release the quintessential October 2020 first episode?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still debating on if we're gonna drop number 1.
Nigga, I think I need to re-listen to that just in case.
Yeah,
I think shit in the Vault series, I just need to re-listen just in case if I was a bit too wildin'. Like, we might have to edit certain situations.
Yes, but Vault, definitely yes. So the first one from the Vault will be coming. The plan is to release that next month.
All right, so that's breaking news to me, y'all. So I'm glad to hear that. So y'all gonna have that Vault coming soon. So we're working on all that stuff, and yeah, that's it. So that's y'all update.
Disney gonna be like, we coming for you.
Oh, facts. Disney gonna find out. Oh, we gonna post this shit out, and Disney gonna be on our ass the next day. Like, oh, so Vault series, huh?
Yeah, we got something for you. We got something for y'all.
Yeah, we gonna stuff you in our Disney Vault. That's for sure.
Right?
Shit. But yeah, so that's my ending notes.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna take us home. All right, so from Black Thoughts to Nerd Power.
Yep.
I am, of course, Maurice, the man with the plan, and as always, I'm here with my co-host.
Yep, this is Mr. Go with the Flow, Nicholas.
And of course, thank you everyone for listening to us.
Yep, big respect.
And until next time.
Yep, this is another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast, and we are out.
Peace.